Section 2.3, Applying Deductive Reasoning. This picture isn't extremely cool or out of the ordinary, but it reminds me of being a detective, and that's exactly what we do when we apply deductive reasoning. We use our detective skills to piece mysteries together to figure out the answer. So first of all, let's talk about what in the world is deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning uses facts, definitions, accepted properties, and laws of logic to form a logical argument. It's important to note, inductive reasoning, which we've been using previously, uses examples and patterns to form conjectures. So that's what we were doing with section 2.2, where we had to predict the next number in the pattern. We used examples, and we used things like that rather than actual accepted properties and facts. The next number in the sequence could have been 5,987 3/10, but we were going by what we could see already and the patterns that were appearing before we were picking the next number. We have a couple laws of logic. These are really fun once you start to get the hang of them. First of all, the law of detachment. If the hypothesis of a conditional statement is true, then the conclusion is also true. For example, if two angles are right angles, then they are congruent. Angle C and angle D are right angles. So what we can use from this, let's see, two angles are right angles and they're congruent. Then I'm given two right angles, angle C and angle D, and I'm told that they're right angles, so therefore angle C and angle D are congruent. Our second law of logic, this one takes a little bit more getting used to, but to me it's more fun. This is the law of syllogism. The law of syllogism. For this you have two parts. If P then Q, if Q then R. If these things are both true, the result is if P then R. Okay, let's make this a little bit more concrete. We're going to use some of the stuff that we dealt with today. If P then Q. So let's say, let's go back to what Sticklin was talking about today. If it's a cat, then it's mean. So we're going to assume, again, that that's true. I don't necessarily think it is, but we're going to assume it's true. So that's our first true statement. And our second true statement, and we'll just accept that this is true as well, if something or someone is mean, then they bite. So that's our second true statement. If it's a cat, it's mean. If something's mean, then it bites. So then, by the law of syllogism, since we have two different things here that are true, I can conclude then, if it's a cat, then it will bite. And it may just bite Katie. It may not bite any of the rest of us, but you know, since Katie's got all these issues with cats, it will probably bite her. So that's the law of syllogism. Let's use these two laws of logic to make some valid conclusions from these statements. First one, all houses have spiders. Spiders make webs. Since these two things are true statements, what would the logical conclusion be? The logical conclusion should be all houses have webs, or all houses have spider webs. Next example, if y cubed is 8, then y equals 2. That's statement 1. If y equals 2, then 3y plus 4 equals 10. So then, by the laws that we've dealt with, we can then denote if y cubed equals 8, then 3y plus 4 equals 10. That's from the law of syllogism. I told you it was going to be a short section, and it is kind of fun. For your homework tonight, the worksheet below this particular video, I want you to do the evens only. You don't have to copy the worksheet, just write down the answers on your own paper if you want to. Good luck, and we'll see you on Monday.